Yeah. Nah, good morning. Good morning. Morning here in Pennsylvania is 7:21 a.m. And real quick, I'm just going to show us a couple of Concrete Winds LPs. I got the new Concrete Winds LP. I pre-ordered it. Concrete Winds, you see the name popping up now on YouTube a little bit more. People are catching on. I caught on to them couple years ago. They played a St. Vitus show in New York City. And I was not at that show, but it popped up into my feed. And I thought Concrete Winds is a stupid name. I don't like it. And then since I watched a couple clips of that, I was like, wow, that band is absolutely crazy. And I did not know at the time they had put an album out called Nerve Butcher. I'm going to show the new album in a moment, but I'm going to talk about where I came in. They had an album out first called Primitive Force, but in 2021, they put this out. And this would come into my feed from Sepulchral Voice, from their YouTube channel, and this LP would come into my feed. And I loved this, the way it sounds silly, but the way it filled up the whole screen. And I love this artwork, and I love this logo. And this kept coming into my feed. I would just like be doing things around the house or whatever, and this would come back up. And anyway, as chaotic and as nuts as it is, this would parallel, I don't even want to say, but like something like maybe even like some Dillinger Escape Plan, something totally like off. Now this follows under grindcore, I guess. It seems to be where people are putting them. To me, I file them under Concrete Winds. That's it. There's nothing like this, at least not to this level. And I don't know, man. I'm pretty in the scene, so I usually get caught up. If something's blurring around, I usually can get wind of it, but no pun intended. Anyway, I came in at this album, and I'll quick show this one. But that is, I believe this is our first press because I got this stuff right away, man. Not that I can't even tell, but I would imagine this would be a first press. This is the LP. It's all black. Pretty stock label. They didn't really put much into this. But you got a lyric sheet with this. It's pretty minimal packaging, but you know what? I'm rarely like super impressed anymore. I don't know. I got a lot of that, whatever you want to call it, purist or whatever crap. I don't know. If I hear something I like, I'm usually like, especially if it's really intense or really good or really demanding, it falls under the category of, all right, how many different, like, did you chop this up to record it, and how many did you cut and paste? I don't care about it. If at that point I don't care. I'm interested more in, can you play what you made? That's extremely important to me because that's the way it was when I was a kid. And if I can't play something in my band, I have to be able to play it, whether it's on the drummer or the guitar player. If there's something challenging, I have to be able to play it. So, and don't track something you can't play. That's the way I am. Anyway, I saw Concrete Winds recreate this stuff live, and they did it well. And these records, they're chaotic beyond belief. So this guy, PJ, is the guitar player, and Miko. There's a Miko and a Mika, but they're both from Vorum, the band Vorum. They're Finnish, incredible band, totally intense. But even though they track, this stuff is doubled. Like, you have to double these guitar parts, and they're flawless. It's impressive. And one more thing before I show the other two records. I also have an image in my brain that these guys actually practice, and that the one guy comes into the room, PJ comes into the room and goes, all right, here's the next riff. And It's basically an ambulance sound. I just would love to be a fly on the wall if this stuff is created in a room together with these guys. But um, anyway, the fact is as chaotic as it is, they double these guitar parts to perfection, and it's really impressive. I was listening to this. This is a new one. You've been seeing this pop up. This is just what they call the self-title. I'm not taking it out of the sleeve because I like this. Like, the lady thinks I'm a dork because I like the hype stickers and all that shit. But that's all right. This one, the other one comes with lyric sheets. This one, I'm not going to lie, I was a little disappointed in the packaging because I really love this. Sepulchral really did a great job with this, or the guys, whoever came up with the packaging. Make no mistake, this is perfect record. It's outstanding. It's absolutely outstanding. And I didn't expect much for the cover, but I really did like Nerve Butcher. But this is what you're getting with the cover, and the logo is up here, sort of, kind of, but it's not. I really love the logo on Nerve Butcher, but that's not the one that I usually go with. This really bad glare, but the song titles you can barely even read them. The two singles were out for a while, and those are a good picture of what the album is. You're getting basically a grindcore, and I hate to use that. I hate to say it because they're way more than grindcore. But and there's like what you think is going to be a lyric sheet, but this is just, I don't know what this is. But this is cool, like mine. But again, sitting down with 50-year-old eyes trying to read this was like a bitch. Anyway, yes, this album is, again, they're all kind of the same in what they offer. It's just and making it, I can get lost. I need to hear like 2 or 3 grindcore songs, and if I call it grindcore, I go to Rotten Sound. Nails is great, and I watch Nails live shows. I like to watch them live. But to be honest with you, if I'm putting in a grindcore, if I'm in the mood for grind, it's PLF or Rotten Sound. So this is the LP, the Concrete Winds LP, the latest one. It's outstanding. They put enough in here, even though it's totally chaos. I mean, there's no way this is on a grid or anything. This is totally nuts. And this is the first one, 2019. I'm jumping all over the place, guys. I'm just doing this quick. I got to go to a doctor appointment. Shit. Checkup. This is Primitive Force. This is the first one, 2019. This, again, I don't want to say any one's better than the other. I came in on Nerve Butcher. I'm the most familiar with this, but these songs I've seen live enough times, watching videos. Every time they play live, I watch it. It's incredible. I've said this in another video before I do on Concrete Winds. Okay, there's time, and there's the normal speed of time where we exist. Okay, and the individual members of Concrete Winds, if you see them walking down the street, they just look like regular guys and walking in normal time with everybody else. The minute the three of these guys get together, now there's only 2 guys that are credited on the album, but there is another guy named Mika. There's a Miko and a Mika. I could be butchering this, guys. I'm sorry. It's really unprofessional, but the other guitar player is a similar name. Anyway, the minute all 3 of them are together, there's a 4 count, and then immediately the time changes, and they're now 45 RPMs. They just, everything looks like it's sped up. I know that sounds totally ridiculous, but it looks like they exist in a different time where time is moving faster than the rest of the people in the world. All right, that's totally ridiculous. All right. So that's the video for today on Concrete Winds. Those are the LPs. They're just black, but Sepulchral Voice is nailing it, man. They put out the Mayhemic album too. I really like that. The label is really making good choices. Yeah, but Concrete Winds keeps it pretty vague, and you got to look it up and see what their names are and stuff. But there's no interviews with them. They don't want much information out, and I really like that because it leaves your imagination up for there was interviews all over the place and stuff, and maybe they didn't live up to the hype. But nah, I like picturing them just as crazy and sporadic, and you never know where the song is going to go, and you're like, well, that's a halftime riff that is apt. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. They make I guess when there's so little of the halftime feel that when it it's so powerful, where you're just like, all right, I just flipped the coffee table over and now I got to clean that mess up because I didn't know where that was coming from. There's a couple of moments on this record, but you're mostly just jaw dropped on the tightness and and where they go with the songs and how chaotic they can be in the changes and stuff like that. It's no joke, man. Totally chaos. There's a lot of layers and stuff like that going on with the guitars. I heard somebody else review say that they pretty much just have a guy that just runs around with a whammy bar doing bomb dives, and I thought that was hilarious. I wish I remembered who said that. But anyway, yeah, that's the video for today. Concrete Winds. And again, it's not grindcore. It's Concrete Winds. But if you like grindcore or really chaotic, I mean, if you were like a Soylent Green fan even or something, like where you really like a lot of jagged stuff, Concrete Winds might be for you. You just got to set your threshold a little higher for chaos, man. But anyway, that's the video for today. And yeah, Concrete Winds, man. Always, I've been saying it for years. Always. Never let you down. And yeah.